Good morning! My mom and I are here at the Garden Gate Trailhead, also known as the Crosier Mountain Trailhead, located in the Roosevelt National Forest. And today, we're going to go for Crosier Mountain. I think we're looking at about 5 miles out and right around a 2,800 foot elevation gain. We have just made our way through the Garden Gate, and the official start time, 7:52. We're just winding and grinding our way up this thing. We had to stop for a second to take our jackets off because it is getting a little warm out here. There was one other car at the trailhead. I said it was probably a hunter. And sure enough, partway up the trail, we found part of his scope on the ground. So he's out here somewhere. I didn't want to put my red thermal ball away, so I tied it to my backpack. It's pretty bright. I want it to be seen. I don't want to get shot. We've made it up here to the cave. Pretty cool. We just came screaming up that first part. That's really steep. But we're getting up there. And this is a beautiful day so far. We just got to the top of another incline. And right over here to the left is a PLL. A pretty little lookout. It's a different kind of PLL than the other kind of PLL. There's two different kinds. We're having to take more layers off because it appears that we have both overdressed for this hike. You just never know. I think we're finally going to get some sunlight. We've been hiking in the dark thus far. That's why I haven't done many shots. I can't stand those dark shots. I need the sunlight. This section of the trail is really pretty. One of my favorites. And we're finally up here to Sullivan Park. This is also one of my favorite parts of the hike. I think in one of my old bonus videos, I called this like Crosier Meadows. I didn't know what it was called, so I made the name up myself. Crosier Meadows. Yeah, Jasper and I came up here one time. And this is a good look at that part that I got clipped out on in the Sullivan Gulch 3 video. I was coming across the top, trying to connect with this trail, and then got right out there and could not go any further. The few times that I've been up here to Sullivan Park, I've seen elk, and we just passed the hunters a few minutes ago, and they were going down empty-handed. Good. But yeah, this is just really beautiful right here. Even if you just want to hike up to this part, it's worth it. This trail is really steep in spots. And unfortunately, we're having to deal with one of those spots right now. This thing is no joke. It is going up. And there it is, guys. That is the cliff that I got stuck on. And it is right there. It is so close to the trail. However, the connection is impossible. And check it out on the GPS. I was that close. We're up here at about 8,000 feet. And we have made it to the other side of that high point up there. And we're actually kind of going downhill for a second. But we're working our way around. And the trail should flatten out a tiny bit. I mean, we just been coming up this thing like gangbusters. No joke, after the Sullivan Park, the thing just skyrockets straight up like 600 feet. We got a weird looking rock, and sometimes you have to go down to go up, and we're going down right now. This is going to be fun on the way back. And that nice flat section is over, and we're staring down another 650 foot elevation gain in like the next half mile. Yeah, this part looks brutal. And this is a pretty tough hike. We're probably over 3 hours into it at this point. We've made it to the top of the next ridge. And from here, we're looking at about 7/10 of a mile to the trail split. And then from there, it's another half mile up to the summit. And we've probably got another 800 vertical feet. This hike is becoming mental at this point. It's just a question of how bad do we want it. I think both of us are starting to get a little tired. We're floating along at around 8,700 feet. I can actually see the summit sticking up through the trees. So we're getting there. This is a heck of a hike. We're about 3/10 of a mile away from the trail split. And then from there, we just have that last little bit up to the summit. And I'm not gonna lie, that part sucks. It's like straight up. We're coming around the corner, and that's looking up at the summit. I think we're looking at about 500 more vertical feet up to the top. Oh, I think we're gonna get the money shot right here. Yep, that's about as good as it gets. And we're up here to the next trail split. We've been coming up this Crosier mountain trail for forever. And this is it, guys. The very final section. I believe we're looking at about a half mile up to the summit. It's all mental at this point. 100% mental. How bad do we want it? We're so close now. It's literally just right there in front of me. We're gonna get it. We are gonna get it. We got it, guys. We got it. Yes. This was a tough hike. No joke, this was a tough one. It's really long. Yes. It is just now 11:53, which means that that took us 4 hours on the nose to get up here. And I present to you Crosier Mountain Summit. Actually, it's probably right up there, but this is close enough. And look at this awesome view that we have today. Well, let me run to the top of this real quick just to make it official. And there it is, the true summit. Time for a summit side scroller. We've been sitting here in our spot for a few minutes. I had a nice burrito out of the Glovin. All right, guys, it's about 12:30. We've been sitting up here for a little over a half hour, but the wind is picking up. My hands are starting to get cold, so it is time to go. It's time to head on back. We've made it back to that uphill section, and I am here to tell you, it's really not that much fun. We've almost hiked up and out of here, maybe about 300 more feet out, and then we'll be at that corner where I was really close to connecting with the Sullivan Gulch. And then from that point back to the trailhead, that's about halfway. And we've been hiking down for about 1 hour and 50 minutes thus far, which means that we're gonna complete this in probably 2.5 hours, maybe 2:40. This hike is so much easier on the way down. Awesome shot of Palisade Mountain out there. And I just looked at the GPS and I can confirm that we have about 1.5 miles left and it's all downhill. We're getting there, guys. We've got maybe a 600-foot drop left. I can see the road down there. And we are almost done with this thing. We're on the home stretch. And this is quite a hike. I mean, it's so long. It just feels like an epic journey. All right, guys, and we're back. It's 2:10 right now, which means that took 2 hours and 40 minutes to come down. Not bad at all. And I think that's over 5 miles, but I can't remember. Congrats to my mom. She did it again. She completed another difficult hike. And now that she has completed this trail, she has done all 3 of the routes up to the top of Crosier Mountain, which is pretty cool. That's a nice little accomplishment. All right, Crosier Mountain, got it. Boom.
One and done.
Nice job.
Nice job.
Woo! And we're done. That was a pretty tough hike, and it feels so good to sit down. But we hope you enjoyed that hike. And until the next one, y'all, peace.